As we review signs and information commons at Atkins Library, we might ask, what's next? Since the departure of the last AUL for Information Commons and my arrival, 38 months have passed, an eternity in the life of an academic library. Here's one idea of improving our IC services affordably and effectively. It's only an idea, not necessarily the answer. Your feedback is welcome and appreciated. At issue are 3 IC service desks, counterclockwise from top right: the information desk, the presentation support desk, and the reference desk. At the bottom right is the circulation desk, which, though it is organizationally part of the Collections Access and Outreach Services group, may or may not be included in the following discussion, if only due to its close proximity to the other 3 desks. Here, viewed from the main entrance, is the presentation support desk. It's partially obscured by 2 pillars, and its signs are hard to read. The information desk is at the right. The reference desk, to its left, is almost entirely obscured by 2 wide pillars. Both the presentation support desk and the reference desk, seen here, have 2 stylistically divergent signs. To whom might we turn for an alternative to our 3 IC service desks? This is an Apple store. Its 3-story interior was designed with an emphasis on clean lines, clear and bright sightways, and a general invitation to explore Apple's products. Spending time at the Apple Store's Genius Bar produced an aha moment for me in terms of how the Genius Bar might affect our IC desks. Our information desk is a U-shaped service point with information desk marked only at the center. The countertops are cluttered and not especially inviting. By contrast, the Genius Bar is inviting, open, and streamlined. Stools facilitate comfort. The Genius Bar staff is Apple's best and brightest employees who combine expertise and superb people skills with which to retain satisfied customers. Customers go to the Genius Bar confused, but they leave happy and raving about their positive experience with the staff. What if, instead of having a number of confusing messages on a hodgepodge of signs, our IC desks stated simply and clearly and repeatedly, "Welcome, Info Bar, Ask Us," along the base of each desk? Let's make things easy for our patrons and maximize their comfort. What if we featured along every available panel a cheerful "Welcome," invited patrons directly and clearly, "Ask Us," and used terms our patrons might consider to be brief, hip, and cozy, "Info Bar"? What if we offered stools for their comfort? If we used colors and 5 simple words as signifiers, patrons wouldn't worry about going to the correct desk. Every desk is an info bar. Patrons will have their questions answered either at the first info bar they encounter or, at most, the second info bar of a more appropriate color. We can't use the name Genius Bar, obviously. However, let's remember that genius means a person who influences another for good or bad. In the center of the photo is my older son, who will go to college next year. As well as we can, let's influence today's and tomorrow's students for good. At the info bar, every patron question would be important, every staff reply would be helpful, and every transaction between patrons and staff would be positive. Let's always pursue excellence as if we don't have a second chance. Unless every single transaction succeeds, we lose an opportunity to give, and, more importantly, the patron loses an opportunity to receive the best information he or she seeks and deserves. One message: we welcome you, the patron. Ask us at the info bar. One result: excellence.